Alright, this video is a tutorial of how to play Stranded: Survival Isle. So I made this board game for campers and hikers to have a portable board game to play outdoors, but it can be played by pretty much anyone, anywhere. Here's the front side, here's the back side. When you open this puppy up, you'll find the game map on one side over here, and there's a little storage sleeve on this side which houses the pieces and the rules. Each game can have 2 up to 6 players. Each player picks a color. Each team has 6 pieces. You pick a survivor, either the man or the woman. Then you also have earth, air, water, fire, and a camp tile. Each player has a corresponding terrain type color on the board. Orange, red, purple, blue, green, yellow. There are also ruins tiles throughout the map. This is where players will pitch their camp, and there's a pyramid tile in the center of the board. So, what's the objective? There are 2 ways to win Stranded: Survival Isle. The first is eliminate all the other survivors in the game. The second is you bring all of your pieces into the game and you move your survivor onto the center pyramid tile. Let's talk about starting a game. By the way, the board and pieces are magnetic, so you can move the board around without the pieces moving. Kind of nifty there. Okay. Players start the game by bringing their survivor onto the board on a tile of their color. At the end of each turn, players pitch their camp on a ruins tile if the camp is not already on the board. So let's play a game with orange, green, and purple to serve as an example. So pick who goes first and then turns advance clockwise from there. So orange starts, orange puts their survivor into the game on an orange, anywhere on the board. Now orange's turn is over. Orange has to pitch their camp, and the camp gets pitched on one of these ruins tiles. Anyone that's empty. So let's say he wants to pitch it over there. Now it's green's turn. Green puts their survivor onto the board on a green tile. Now the only exception here is because there's already a camp in the game, green cannot put their survivor within 2 tiles of this camp. So green goes over here, pitches their camp, purple goes in the game on a purple and pitches their camp, let's say right here. All right, and now the turns have gone all the way around the board and it's back to orange. Moving pieces. On their turn, a player can move 1 piece in the game up to 2 tiles. You don't have to move at all. You can move it 1 tile or you can move it 2 tiles. The following moves are prohibited. You cannot move the camp. Once the camp is placed on the ruins tile, it stays there until it's raided. You cannot move a piece on the turn it's brought into the game. That's why on the first turn, when you bring your survivor into the game, your turn ends at that point. You cannot move after you attack another piece. You cannot jump over other pieces, so the survivor cannot just jump over that other survivor. And you cannot move onto an empty ruins tile, so the survivor cannot move onto this tile right here. You cannot move onto your own camp, so orange cannot move onto the orange camp. And you cannot move onto the center pyramid tile except at the very end to win the game. So you cannot move there. So where should you move? You should move to attack other players' pieces or raid other players' camps. When you raid another player's camp, you get to bring a new piece into the game. So to raid another player's camp, you move your piece onto that player's camp. So in this situation, orange could raid purple's camp because he makes 1, 2 moves. So a couple things happen. Purple's camp comes off of the board. Now orange gets to bring a new piece into the game. Can choose any of their pieces: earth, air, water, or fire. This piece can come in on any orange tile in the game, except if that orange tile is within 2 of another player's camp. But it can come in on any of these other orange tiles. So let's pick earth and bring it over here. So the attacking piece, this survivor, stays on this ruins tile until orange's next turn. While it's on this tile, it is immune to any attacks. It cannot be attacked. But on the orange's next turn, it must move off that ruins tile, and that will consume orange's movement on that turn. And now you're wondering what happens to purple's camp now that it's out of the game. So if you remember, at the end of a player's turn, if their camp is not yet pitched, it has to be pitched. So as the game progresses, after purple's turn ends, purple must bring their camp back into the game and pitch their camp on an empty ruins tile. Okay, let's progress this along. So it's green's turn. Say green moves 1, 2. It's purple's turn. Purple moves 1, 2. So now it's the end of purple's turn. Purple's camp is not in the game, so purple must pitch their camp. So purple pitches it, let's say over here. And now it's back to orange's turn. See, now orange starts their turn with a piece on a ruins tile because they raided a camp on their last turn. So orange must move this survivor off this ruins tile. So we can move it 1, 2. Players can also attack and eliminate other players' pieces by moving onto the tile that piece is on, just like chess. So we have these nice little infographics here for reference, right there and right there. Their arrow indicates the attacking piece. So earth blocks air, air evaporates water, water erodes earth. So all of them extinguish the fire. So think of it as a kind of rock, paper, scissors thing. Earth beats air, air beats water, water beats earth. All of them beat fire. The survivor beats all can raid the camp, all beat fire, however, fire can eliminate the survivor if fire is the attacking piece. If 2 pieces are of the same rank, for example, an earth attacks an earth, the attacking piece wins, except if the defending piece is on its own color. Okay, let's see attacking in action. So say from our previous game, green got eliminated and you have this funky little setup right here that will never actually happen in a real game. You have purple has a survivor and an earth. You have orange's survivor, fire, water, and air. It's purple to move. So purple can use their earth and attack the air because earth blocks air. Let's move that guy in there and you remove that from the game. Now it's orange's turn. Now orange can attack this earth with his survivor, but he decides to attack it instead with the water because water erodes earth. So bam, attacks it, removes it from the board. Now it's purple to move. Now a survivor can attack and eliminate any other piece. Purple attacks with their survivor, eliminates the water. Orange to go. Normally a piece can attack another piece of the same rank. However, you can see in this situation, purple is on its own color. Therefore, the other survivor cannot attack that survivor. Lucky for orange, orange has a fire right here, which fire is the only other piece that can eliminate a survivor, but that's only when the fire attacks. So the fire attacks the survivor, eliminates it from the game. Orange wins the game and removes all the other pieces from the board. Congratulations, Orange. And here you can see the other winning scenario. Orange has all of their pieces in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's Orange's turn to move. Orange moves the survivor onto the center pyramid tile and wins the game. Congratulations again, Orange. I wanted to show you this little nuanced scenario right here. So in this situation, it's purple's turn to move. So purple raids orange's camp. Now purple gets to bring a new piece into the game. And as we know, purple can bring a piece onto the board on a tile of their color that is not within 2 of another player's camp. If you notice, orange has a piece on a purple tile right here. So purple can bring an attacking piece directly onto that tile, so in this case a water, and attack that piece and eliminate it. Great job, purple. Pieces that are eliminated from the game can be brought back into the game, except for the survivor piece. If your survivor is eliminated, you are eliminated. Take all of your pieces off the board. You lost. And when you're done playing, you can just pack it up. You push all those pieces back into the sleeve. You take the rules, fold them up, put them in the sleeve, and pack it up and take it with you anywhere. Thanks for playing.